Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Hope you all are all good. Today we will install Ubuntu 22.04 in VirtualBox and I will show you how to install it in a step by step. So to install Ubuntu 22.04 you need to download the operating system in an ISO file. To do that, open Google and search for Ubuntu 22.04. You will get this link. Open the link. You can see here you will get this web page. From here you can download the operating system. So the code name is Jammy Jellyfish. So to save time I have already downloaded it. You can see here. We'll straight away we'll go to our installation. So I'm installing this using VirtualBox 7. So this is an open source and free to use virtualization software. I have created a separate video regarding VirtualBox. You can check in my playlist and go through the VirtualBox advantages and disadvantages and how to install it. So without wasting time, we will straight away go for the installation and see how to install Ubuntu 22.04. So to install it, hit new. You can give the username as Ubuntu 22.04. So you can see here folder. You need to search for the ISO image. I have already downloaded it. It's of 3.87 GB. So select it. So you can see here the operating system is Linux and it's Ubuntu 64-bit. So to make sure to see this line, detected OS type Ubuntu 64-bit. This OS type can be installed unattended. The install will start after the wizard is closed. So if you want to install this operating system in an unattended way, you can use. If you want to install it manually and see step by step, put the checkbox here. Now you can see it has changed. You have selected skip unattended guest OS install. The guest OS will not be now need to be installed manually. So in our scenario, we are installing it manually. So put the checkbox and hit next. So you can see here it's asking for the hardware requirement for the virtual RAM and processor. So you can modify the virtual memory machine hardware by changing the amount of RAM and virtual CPU count. So my machine is having 64 GB of memory, so I am allocating 4 GB of disk memory and 3 processor cores. So keep in mind you need to allocate your physical memory depending upon the guest operating system you are installing. So let's say you have 16 GB, your machine needs around 4 to 8 GB to run smoothly. Like if you want to install 2 virtual machines in remaining 8 GB, you can install only 2. If you are allocating 2 GB as your base memory, virtual memory, you can install 4 virtual machines. So keep in mind, this is the best way of utilizing your hardware resource in a proper way. So that's why virtualization comes into picture. So let's start with the installation. So I am selecting 4 GB of my physical memory as virtual memory for this machine and 3 processor cores. So hit next. So you can see here, by default, it has taken 25 GB of my disk space for the virtual hard disk now. So let it be default and hit next. So you can verify the final configuration here. The machine name I have given is 22.04 and base memory I have entered is 4 GB and processor core is 3 and disk space is 25 GB. Hit finish. You can see the final configuration here. So the host name is Ubuntu 22.04, 4 GB of memory, processor of 3 and boot order floppy, optical and hard disk. So if you can remove the floppy, you can remove it. I will show you how to add and do the changes in your virtual hardware. So how you can see here, it has selected one network card and USB also. So if you want to do any changes in your hardware, the virtual hardware, go to settings. You can see here, you can do the settings here. Yeah, you can see I have selected one network adapter. If you want one more, you can select one more. Let's say if you want to have serial port, you can enable one serial port. If you want an USB also, you can select USB depending on the versions you require. And systems, if you are decided to give more virtual memory, you can add it here. So if you don't want floppy, you can remove it. If you want add, you can add it. If you want network boot, you can add network. PXE also you can add, okay, so on. You can edit your hardware settings, virtual hardware. So let us remove the floppy and hit OK. Now you can see the floppy has gone. Now the boot order is optical and hard disk. So I have selected one more network card here, NIC card. So now we are good to go. Let's hit start. Now our guest operating system, which is the virtual machine, is starting now. So you can see here, I can see the small screen. If you want to maximize the screen, go to view and hit scale mode, hit switch. You can see I am able to see the virtual machine in a full screen mode. So now it's saying me try or install Ubuntu. Let's install, hit enter to start installation. So let me close the notification panel. Now the Ubuntu 22.04 is installation is about to start. It's preparing the initial installation process. As we have given 4 GB of physical memory as virtual memory, so it might take a bit long time. If it's a physical machine, you can install it faster, but this is the VirtualBox is used for the test purpose. So all the students or the any professionals who wants to test any software or any package or any test package, or to do some, the students who wants to practice and learn Linux or any of the servers product or packages, you can use this as a virtual machine. So this is the best way of learning using a VirtualBox. VirtualBox is a free and open source software by Oracle. So you can install any operating system as guest operating system in it, whether it be Linux of any flavor, Ubuntu, Mint, Red Hat, or any Windows versions like Windows 10, Windows 11, any Windows Server operating system. You can name it, you can install it. This is very friendly and this is very useful for the upcoming students or the professionals to do their project work or learn new things. Now the operating system is about installation is about to start. As you can see friends, so it's in the welcome screen of installation. So if you want to try only the operating system without installing, you can do so. If you want to install it, you have to click here. So keep in mind, in virtualization terminology, the machine which has the physical operating system is called the host. The virtual machine, it's which you are installing it in VirtualBox, is called the guest. So it's a guest operating system. This is the host operating system. So that's it for the virtual machine. So let's now start with installation. Install Ubuntu. So the keyboard layout, let it be default. Hit continue. Now you can see updates and other software. What apps would you like to install to start with? So we are going with normal installation, which is the default one, which comes with web browser, utilities, and Office software, games, and media player. If you're going with normal minimal installation, there will be no utilities, Office software, games, and media player will not be installed. You can, if you want, you can do so. Now we will go for normal installation. Hit continue. If you want, you can click here, update, download updates while installing the operating system also. So now it's asking installation type. So in this computer currently has no detected operating system. This would what you would like to do. So we have selected erase disk and install Ubuntu. The whole entire disk of 25 GB will be erased and the operating system will be installed in it. And it will be the custom of for root, swap, and home. So if you want to install the operating system manually, like giving the root, swap, home, partitions of space manually, you can do so by do something else. Now we are doing the custom installation, express installation. So we will select erase disk and install Ubuntu. Hit install. So now it's giving the error that the disk will be written and it will be formatted with ext4 and the disk space will be SDA. So if you want to add one more hard drive, I have created a separate video. You can watch that video in my playlist. So you can add one more drive to the guest operating system after the installation also. Hit continue. You can select the location. Let us select New York by default as it is a test one. So hit continue. So it's asking for name. Let us give the name as test. The computer name, let it be test. And username also we'll give it a test to make it simple. So it's asking for the password. Let's give the password as test123 and give the password as confirm the password test123. So you can see here login automatically, requires password to login. If I click it, so the if you restart the machine, the login, it will be automatically logged into the desktop. If you want password to be entered every time when the machine is rebooted, or if you can hit required my password to log in. So we will try this one. This is the standard practice of any servers which is having for your privacy and security. Hit continue. Now it's copying the files. Let me fast forward the video to save time. So please watch the video carefully, what all the steps it's undergoing while installing the operating system. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your patience, friends. Now you can see the installation is complete. Now it's asking to restart. So let's hit restart. So the guest operating system can start for the first time. It's asking to remove the installation media and hit enter. So as we are using in a VirtualBox, we don't have any physical media. Hit enter, it will restart. Now the machine has been restarted. Now you can see, I can see the login prompt. Give the password, test at the rate 123. So it's working now. So you can see you can do the initial setup. Next. No, I don't want to send information. Hit next. Disabling location service. Next. It's done. So you can see the operating system has been installed successfully. It comes with Thunderbird email, Firefox web browser, and LibreOffice Writer and Calc and Impress, all the packages. If you want to install any softwares, you can do it here. If you want to search for any software, you can do it here. Like let's say Libra. Okay, you can see the Libra. If you want terminal, you can open terminal. That's it. Let's open terminal and see whether the operating system has been installed successfully or not. You see that u name minus a. You can see the operating system. The kernel is 5.15. So if you want to see the operating system, lsb underscore release hyphen a, you can see it's Ubuntu, it's 22.04 and the code name is Jammy. So now you can see while installing we gave the two network adapters, virtual NIC. You can see if it has taken or not. So as you can see, it has taken 2 network cards and the operating system has been installed successfully. So this is the simplest way to install the operating system. Thank you for watching my video. If you need any further videos or have any questions, please comment in the comment section. Thank you for your patience and thank you for watching my video. Thank you, friends.